busted knuckles and a broken heart. Pass me the glue because
I wanted to come to you today and do a quick day to night tutorial. I have long, unmanageable hair right now. I desperately need a haircut. I haven't had a haircut in ages. I rolled it this morning and the curls just fall right out. It is not a good time for me hair-wise. So that's why I haven't been doing all that many hair tutorials. I have had these plans to do long hair tutorials, but my hair is so limp right now that I cannot get the long hair tutorials to work. So I am trying to, I know I need to go get my hair cut. I'm gonna get that done in the next couple of weeks, but until then, I'm sort of stuck with styles that I'm not super happy with, just in my day-to-day life. I received a request to do a look that I did at the Nashville Boogie 2 years ago, and I will post a picture somewhere around here of that hairstyle. That hairstyle took me 5 minutes, and it was a quick day to evening quick change. The flowers are really the star. It didn't really do much at all, but the cool thing about it is that it's something that can be kind of changed up and varied according to your hair type, according to how much curl you have in your hair, and it does look somewhat elegant. So I'm going to show it to you because it was so fast. Okay, so what I did is I took my hair and I still have bangs, I always have bangs, but I had them pulled back. So they're like this, and I decided to do a quick braid with my bangs. And I incorporated my bangs into a braid. So I basically took 3 sections and did a standard over-the-top French braid. So I braided my bangs like this. And you're not going to probably be able to see this because I'm looking in a mirror and I'm not looking at the camera. Okay, so I just did one little quick plait, and then I took a section and added to it and did just a standard French braid. Take a section and add to it. And braiding, believe it or not, is very, very much in keeping with retro style. There are lots and lots of faux braids that you'll see in 1930s and 40s hair. But that's not really what this is about. This is just about getting your hair into a somewhat elegant coiffure without spending too much time on it. So I'm basically just doing a very quick braid. And of course, please take time to make it look better than this. But yeah, I just did a little quick braid all the way down to my ear. I am not a very good braider. Even my daughter's hair I feel like looks messy when I braid it, but I do braid it most of the time because I feel like it's the only way to keep her hair out of her face. Okay, because she has really fine hair like me. And then I took a bobby pin, or as Jen says, a bobby pin, or as you UK ladies say, a Kirby grip. And I pin it behind my hair, behind my ear I mean. I just pinned it like this. Okay, and then I took a few pieces and just kind of pulled them out and loosened them up just a little bit. So you kind of have this slightly twisted, slightly braided, slightly lifted look to the left side of your hair. And then I took a matching ponytail holder and I literally just brushed my hair over to the side and I did a little side pony like this. And I kind of leaned over and did this little deal. And I tried to make it as smooth as possible. Sometimes it's easier than other times. And I had more curl and my hair was shorter. Look how pretty that highlight is. Told you. Oh, if you didn't watch the video before this, I did a video review on the Modern Renaissance palette versus the Soft Glam palette. And I talked about how I love Vermeer in the Modern Renaissance palette as a highlight. And I think it's so much prettier than any of the stuff in the glam kits. Okay, I don't have any idea if this looks good. But anyway, this is the braid. Little soft braid with a few little pieces kind of pulled through on it. Of course, do better than this. This is so messy, but it gives you a general idea. I'm so overdoing meticulous tutorials. Okay, and then, so we swept all this over, and you can take bobby pins and sort of neaten it up in the back. I have no idea if this looks neat or not. But you can take, and then what I did is I basically just took my ponytail and just looped it up like this. And I left the ends free because you want it to look a little loose, but also polished, which makes no sense, I know. That's complete opposites. Okay, I found my bobby pins. These bobby pins are the worst bobby pins in the history of the world. I hate them so much, I can't even tell you. They're terrible. So, I'm not even going to show you what brand. Well, I guess I should show you what brand. They are Conair. And they're a great color, good for red hair. But, they suck. Okay, so I'm just going to pin this very haphazardly. I want it to fall in some sort of not so strategic curls. So, I did one here, I think. And then I did one kind of in the back. And any little pieces that come up, you can sort of just pin haphazardly. And I'll just sort of loosen up and play around with it. It's really not a big deal. But, like, there's a piece that's loose, so I'll go ahead and do something about it. And you can even tuck some, extensions in here if you want your hair to look a little bit more voluminous, as I say all the time. I feel like I use that word way too much. And if pieces start to fall and look a lot looser, like this right here, I'll sometimes take my finger and put it in there and twist it, and that will bind it, and then just sort of loosen. So anyway, now we have like a curled sort of configuration of hair. When you have curls in your hair, it's so forgiving because you can use the curls to hide a multitude of sins. All right, so anyway, this is a standard general look, and then I'll just spray. So, looks like that. So by itself, not vintage. It looks a little bit more modern than vintage, but when you add flowers, it takes on a much more elegant look to it. So I take a Southern Blossom, because it's the Nashville Boogie. I actually took this Magnolia Blossom and put it at the top of the bun. And then I took this Dogwood Duo and put it at the bottom of the bun. And these are by Bell Blossoms. I do not know if Bell Blossoms still has these exact flowers, and I also don't know much about it anymore. I can't really vouch for quality. My friend Heather had to sell the business, so I don't have an inside link to who owns it and their quality anymore. If any of you have been using Bell Blossoms again, continually, by all means, let me know, and let all of our viewers know also that you still completely vouch for the quality. But yeah, so loose little braid, and then a bun. And this has already taken significantly longer than it took the night I actually did it, so I apologize for that. I tend to talk and play around and not get nearly the effect that I had when I did it without doing anything else. Anyway, general idea. Kind of little cluster of curls, little loose braid, sleek on this side, very simple and easy way to do a vintage inspired classic looking retro or classic looking change for evening, quick change for evening without it looking too without having to go too much trouble, and also especially if your curls are starting to fall. So it's a really good one, especially I would think this would work really well also in Las Vegas, because in Las Vegas you have that crazy wind you deal with at the car show. And when you deal with that wind at the car show, a lot of times you'll go back in and your hair is just completely demolished from what you intended it to look, even though you spent painstaking hours on getting your hair up into a beautiful pin curl set the night before, and then you've got to do something quick and fast for evening. So I feel like that this works pretty well for evening, and I like it. And I go around this way, and hopefully it doesn't look horrible from the back, but hopefully the general aesthetic is there. And I would love to do any more of these little quick styles for you if you'd like. The Nashville Boogie is coming up, and I did this one specifically there, so I think it worked really well for that type of event where you go from day to night. And yeah, if you'd like to see more like this, let me know. This is good for high humidity as well, as long as you can get the curls to not look quite so ratty. Right?
Swinging doors to lead me to a remedy when they send me off a shot of that whiskey. Some say it's awful and easy to hate. It messes with your mind when the